Solving two-step equations. Follow your flow chart steps in your journal on page 33 if you need further help. Also, solve the try me problems in your journal on page 34. When you get to the try me problems, please stop the video, complete the problems, and then when you're done, complete the video. Solving two-steps equations. You want to add or subtract first and then multiply or divide. We're starting off with equation 2x plus 3 equals 9. I'm going to draw a T-chart to start off with. If you don't like it, you're welcome to go ahead and just continue to solve the equation without it. First step is I have plus 3, so I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. That leaves me with 2x plus 3 minus 3 is 0. Then I have equals, and then 9 minus 3, which is 6. Next step, 2x equals 6 is the same as 2 times x equals 6. Undoing multiplication, I'm going to divide. I will divide 2 on both sides of the equation. 2 divided by 2 equals 1, or x equals, and then 6 divided by 2 is 3. Next equation, negative 2y minus 7 equals 3. Remember, our whole goal is to isolate the variable. In this case, it's the letter y. So we're going to start on. So we're going to add 7 on both sides. We're starting on the side with the variable, the letter y. That leaves us with negative 2y, negative 7 plus 7 equals 0. And that equals 3 plus 7, which gives us 10. Now we have negative 2y equals 10. Negative 2y is the same thing as negative 2 times y. So to undo that, we're going to have to divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 equals 1, which leaves us just y. And then we have equals 10 divided by negative 2 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. A positive divided by a negative gives us a negative. So we have y equals negative 5. Our next one, 2x plus 17 equals 23. So we're going to subtract 17 on both sides, because remember, we're trying to isolate our variable. So we're left with 2x, and plus 17 minus 17 gives us 0. That equals 23 minus 17, which gives us 6. From here we have 2 times x equals 6. 2 times x, we're going to undo or do the opposite by dividing by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, which leaves us our x. And then we have x equals 6 divided by 2, which gives us 3. Our next problem is a little different. We have 4 plus 1/5 times r equals a negative 1. So drawing out our T-chart, we're going to start with the same steps, adding and subtracting. So we have positive 4, so we're going to want to subtract 4 on both sides. That isolates our variable of r. A positive 4 minus 4 gives us 0. So now we have 1/5 r equals a negative 1 minus 4. Going to our integers, remember, negative 1 minus 4 is the same as we do our keep, change, change. Negative 1, change our subtraction to a plus, and negative 4. So we have negative 1 plus a negative 4, which gives us negative 5. Remember, same signs, add and keep. Our next step is we're still trying to isolate our r, and we have 1/5 times r. So we're going to want to divide both sides by 1/5. That is the same thing as if we take our inverse of 1/5. and multiply. Inverse of 1/5 is going to be 5 over 1. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5 over 1. So 5 over 1 times 1 over 5 equals 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 times 5 is 5, which equals 1, which isolates our letter R, which is what we want. So R equals a negative 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. Negative times a positive is a negative. Now, try these. 4x plus 5 equals 13. Negative 5s plus 8 equals negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2/3 w equals 10. Remember to stop the video. I've worked out the problems for you. I'm going to briefly go over my steps so you can follow and check your work. On the first one, I subtracted 5 on both sides. Then I divided both sides by 4, and our x value equaled 2. The next one, I subtracted 8 on both sides. Then I divided by a negative 5 on both sides, and I had s equals 2. Last one, I added 2 on both sides. Then I took the inverse of 2/3 and multiplied it, which is 3 over 2. And I multiplied that on both sides, and I had w equals 18. Please remember that if you have any questions, please to write them down, and we will discuss them in class so we have a better understanding.